Hello, folks, and now our national anthem. And welcome to NCTV45 and high school hockey as the Wilmington Greyhounds get set to take on Bishop CANEVIN. And thanks for being alongside and getting ready to enjoy this action as both teams get set, and we get and put a word out to the people in our area about hockey, and also as we go on, we hope you tell a friend about NCTV45. We're getting ready for the face-off, and here we go as things get ready to go. Wilmington taking on Bishop CANEVIN, and always a pleasure to see you along here on NCTV45. Now, as I look across my board, you know, sometimes you're looking for your things and you can't find them. They're right in front of you. So let's get ready for hockey action as face-off has started, and I apologize on that shotgun start. And Wilmington in the white, and goes down into the corner, back around left side. Battled for up against the boards and behind the cage, and Wilmington in the white, Bishop CANEVIN in the blue, as back down ice into the Wilmington zone, and look for Wilmington to try and break this losing streak they've had, as they've been having a difficult time. But this is the Greyhounds' first year in this type of hockey, and as they try to get a little great. You know, it is nice to be able to bring you hockey, baseball, basketball, and football here on NCTV45, and we thank you. Now, puck shot into the Wilmington zone, and spacing real important. Stolen by Wilmington. Wilmington presses down, gets it into the corner, and spacing very, very important. They're going to call offsides, and the face-off will be just outside the zone here, the CANEVIN zone. battled for up against the, well, it was going up against the boards and it did. Now it's up back in the back corner, around back, and back down ice. Wilmington will chase it down. Back behind the cage and into the corner as there's a scrum for it, and CANEVIN able to hold it in. Back out front, and defenseman there, line change for CANEVIN, as he just nailed it right at the blue line to keep it in. Wilmington gets the puck, and they head down, and CANEVIN has one guy who, and that was a shot. If you check that on the right hand side of our screen, he got checked, laid out as laid out can be. CANEVIN back down ice. They are able to hold it in right at the blue line. Goes over right side of the net, and we'll have a face-off. And they're going to do it to the left of the goalie. If you just joined us, you're watching NCTV45. At the top of your screen, we will have our great sponsors. And
if you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
Back behind the boards and over on the left side of the rink. Now puck comes charging out. Wilmington able to hold them off. Back out front at the blue line and stolen by the Hounds. They shoot it into the zone, and icing waved off, and they're going to make a line change, and we'll have a face-off, as face-off is going to be to the left of the goalie, to the right of our camera angle. Face-off controlled by the Hounds, and for momentarily, as they are able to reel it in. And back down ice it goes. Here come the Hounds racing up. Pass behind the cage. Pulled back and held in as a little disturbance to our right. It goes down right side. And we'll have another line change and a face-off to the left of the goalie. Held in by Wilmington, or CANEVIN, and now it's out. CANEVIN fires it back down ice, but the Hounds are there. I wasn't sure what that was about or why he did it. If you don't have the proper spacing, it makes the defense be able to react and get it earlier. Line change for both teams and face off to the left of the goalie. Face off just outside the blue line. Bishop CANEVIN has it. Hounds on the attack. Back behind the cage, and we're checking it out as it goes into the right corner. And now we're up to another line change. As they're, apologize for the video jump here. And Wilmington with the first goal. That coming from Chase Evans at even strength. Chase Evans with the goal from Jason Molesky and Evan Zarkowski. 1-0 Bishop CANEVIN. I'm sorry about that. And CANEVIN tapping it around, and back into the corner. This is one of those games where I think Wilmington is feeling the pain on just how grueling a hockey season is, as it puts a lot of pressure on what you do. Penalty against Wilmington, Drake Tomic for holding. It's a 2-minute minor. Tie up at the goal, and if you just joined us, it's Bishop CANEVIN 1 and Wilmington nothing. Puck on the left side. Bishop CANEVIN with it in the Neshannock end, and or in the Wilmington end, excuse me. Wilmington pulls it out, goes toward the gate, and is all checked up. Line change for Bishop CANEVIN. Tied up against the right rail. We're going to try and adjust your audio. Be patient, and I'll be right back. We're in the first period, and everybody's at even strength right now. This is Bishop CANEVIN taking on Wilmington, another proud sponsor, Tuscany Square, playing in the middle of your Jumbotron.
Tuscany Square Restaurant, 3470 Wilmington
Face-off
Road,
will be
where
to the left of the
old world
CANEVIN
charm
logo.
meets today's modern conveniences. You'll enjoy their spacious, comfortable seating, their fresh ingredients that go into making every dish, whether it's pizza or that just right entree. Tuscany Square Restaurant, they're here to serve you. Call 724-654-3065.
And pace of the game really slow right now. Bishop CANEVIN with that 1-0 lead. Puck fired out on set and hit on center. Now Bishop CANEVIN penalty on team bench, too many men on the ice during that last change, and Bishop CANEVIN 17, Chase Evans elbowing a 2-minute minor. Puck goes right side, and Wilmington gets the score. So that ties it at ones. The Hounds keeping pace with Bishop CANEVIN. In the first period. I'm going to take an audio break to check our system. I'll be right back. Okay, as we start the second period, well, we're coming up to the start of the second period. We're tied at ones, and let's go over some first period stats. 1-1, shots, Bishop CANEVIN 13, Wilmington 9. Power plays. Both teams in the penalty area, Wilmington having 2 power plays and Bishop CANEVIN having 1. And penalties, we've got Bishop CANEVIN for 4 minutes and Wilmington for 2. Scores coming from Charles Evans at even strength for Bishop CANEVIN, from James Lesky and Evan Sereski, and Cody Williams scoring on the power play from Ben List and Josh Schmidt. Now, here we go into the second period, and let's see what we have. Occasionally, I will take that audio break to when you're folks, when you're doing News Watch during the day, you're doing the weather, the sports, you kind of get a little tired. Now, little heads up here. Bishop CANEVIN, Cameron rope check, cross checking, he's got a 2-minute minor. One, if you're just joining us, Wilmington trying to break a losing streak that they've had. Everything waved off, and up against the boards as it's fought for, and puck goes sailing down, and Wilmington and CANEVIN both with line changes. Puck dropped and then into the Bishop CANEVIN zone, and he does a great job covering up. Everybody's at even strength, and we'll go from here. Face-off will come to the right of the Bishop CANEVIN goalie. Back around the back of the goal, and as I adjust a couple of the settings here. Back down ice, and you know, the pace of the game is totally different right now, as Bishop CANEVIN not putting the pressure on that I thought they would be doing. Puck's been at both ends of the ice. face-off controlled by Bishop CANEVIN into the Wilmington zone behind the net, and Bishop CANEVIN able to hold it in, giving fits to the Wilmington defense. And that line change, and we'll be facing off down at the Bishop CANEVIN, well, in the Wilmington end. Bishop CANEVIN will be on the attack. Face-off controlled by Wilmington, and Wilmington's put the puck down ice and as controlled face-offs, but they have nothing to show for it here. Here comes Bishop CANEVIN, pulls the trigger, and nothing happening. I could tell he was going to shoot. And we'll face off. Score for Bishop CANEVIN. That coming from number 11, Cameron Ropechek. Even strength from Chris Evans. And CANEVIN goes up. And they seem to be flying around a little bit more now. That's Ropechek from Chase Evans. 2-1 Bishop CANEVIN. I was waiting for the call there, folks, and nothing happened. Back down ice, and Wilmington has it. It's outside the zone. They just fired in. And Bishop CANEVIN will face off just outside the zone. Here comes Bishop CANEVIN on the attack. Back down into the corner. And shot across. Face off just outside the zone. Shenango Auto Mall, proud sponsor of NCTV45. As I'm helping my assistant and Wilmington with control of the puck. Stop by the concession stand here at Hess. Get some great stuff. Someplace else you can get some great stuff is Los Amigos.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Hello, friends, and it's Los Amigos. Let me tell you what, great food. Whether you get the chimichangas, enchiladas, tacos, whatever you get, you're going to love them. The nice, friendly atmosphere. Stop by. Tell them NCTV45 sent you. It's Los Amigos sponsoring this program.
Once again, Bishop CANEVIN with the score. That coming from Cameron Roadcheck at even strength, Chase Evans, and Tony Chinko. Bishop CANEVIN 3. Wilmington 1. Second period. And while I had my head down, Cameron Ropecheck was at it again, even strength from Chase Evans and Kevin Randall. That makes it 4-1 Bishop CANEVIN. Face-off just outside the Wilmington zone. 4-1 as the Greyhounds trying to break a losing streak here right now. Challenged. Every time right now in the second period, when Wilmington starts to make a drive, Bishop CANEVIN seems to come up with the puck. And there's Wilmington scoring. Nick Cartwright, number 19, on the power play from number 6, Ben List. Bishop CANEVIN 4, Wilmington 2. And the Greyhounds looked on that to pull the goalie. Wilmington getting the score and making it 4-3 in the second period.
Take a step back into time at Lombardo's Apothecary at 1230 South Mill Street will take you back in time. Take you back in time to make you feel better. They have cards, snacks, all kind of toiletries and health and beauty aids that will make you feel great. They also have prescriptions too. It's Lombardo's Apothecary. Call 724-654-8100.
Off inside the Bishop CANEVIN zone. Puck shot into the Wilmington zone. Hounds will have to get it out of their own end. And back behind the goal it goes as the Hounds try to set up. CANEVIN down there pressuring full ice. And 4-3 at this point. They don't want the Hounds setting up again. Puck held in by Wilmington. Back behind the cage. And puck shot down ice. Wilmington will attempt to set up again as the defenseman from CANEVIN pressures full ice. Wilmington able to get it out. That pressure has bothered Wilmington. as another Bishop CANEVIN penalty. There's Chase Evans roughing, 2-minute minor. We'll go over those penalties at the end of the second. Pass into the corner, nothing doing, and we get to go to the third. Not yet, as we got probably a minute and some left. If you're just joining us, 4-3, Bishop CANEVIN clinging to that one thing. You know, as I've watched Wilmington hockey, for a first-year team, they hang in there and they continue to play the whole period, the whole game. Each time the puck is dropped on the ice, they're right there. Puck goes over right side into the corner, and there's a scrum for it, and we'll see who's coming up. CANEVIN goes down and digs it out as they bring it up ice, but nothing doing. Face-off will be to the right of the Wilmington goalie, to the left of our camera angle. Back into the right corner, and you can barely see it. I apologize for that. As they battle for it, and we're under a minute. 4-3, Wilmington charging back and making the game just a little interesting. CANEVIN brings it up ice, and they go to the left side. Back down ice it goes. And we'll be back for the third as we take an audio break, and we'll be right back.
Peppers, mouth-watering fruit, fine dressings, apples, meats. This place looks so familiar. Everyone in Newcastle has to know about it. Yes, it reminds you of when you were growing up, right in downtown Newcastle. Look at those fine lunch meats and ethnic foods. Yes, it's Joseph's.
Losing a loved one is difficult, and the grief it puts on your family can be troublesome. Ed and Don DeCarbo Funeral Home and Cremation Incorporated strive to make the hardest time for you and your family a comfortable one. They can accommodate for large gatherings to smaller, private viewings and memorial services. They've been serving the area for over 50 years. Ed and Don DeCarbo Funeral Home and Crematory Incorporated, 941 South Mill Street, Newcastle, and 3000 Wilmington Road, Neshannock Township. Website, DeCarboFuneralHome.com, or call 724-658-4711.
As we show you some of our sponsors, Cedars, great food, great place to be friends. Check out
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. The Crane Room is a restaurant. The Crane Room is a bar. The Crane Room is a banquet facility. The restaurant will please you time after time with their diverse menu. Ask about their daily specials. See the menu at craneroom.com. The bar gives you an abundance of choices with 35 beers on tap and always changing. Their banquet services are always to perfection. The Crane Room, located at 3009 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-656-1553.
Our sponsors will be playing at the top of the board. Augustine's.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions.
And here you go. In the first period, scoring by Chase Evans for Bishop CANEVIN, even strength from James Oleski and Evan Sporowski. Wilmington comes back. 63, Cody Williams. Power play from Ben List and Josh Schmidt. So we ended the first tied at 1. In the second, Bishop CANEVIN's Cameron Ropechek at even strength 3 times in a row. The first time from Chase Evans, the second time Chase Evans and Tony Chinko, and the third time Chase Evans and Kevin Randall. 4-1 opened up by Bishop CANEVIN, and then Nick Cartwright on the power play from Ben List scores. Cody Williams then on the power play scores from Josh Schmidt and Drake Tomake. And that takes us to the penalties. You have Bishop CANEVIN, 4 penalties, each 2 minutes. And check that 5. So they're in with 10. Wilmington in with 2. And the key here is Bishop CANEVIN putting a lot of pressure on the Hounds, and that's the reason for the 4-3 score. I think Bishop CANEVIN really aware of what the Hounds can do. First period, 13 shots for Bishop CANEVIN, 9 for Wilmington, and the second period almost the opposite, as 12 for Wilmington and 7 for Bishop CANEVIN. Now we're getting ready for the third period. The Zamboni will continue to make their rounds, and we'll be back for the third period, so just hang in there. We're getting ready. Excuse me. We're getting ready to start the third. As the Zamboni's made its way, Bishop CANEVIN in the blue, and New Wilmington in the white. We'll be back with third period action after this, and that at the top, good old Augustine's. And there you go, another proud sponsor as we bring you hockey. And hope you're enjoying it. This from Allie's Upper Crust.
Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu: pizza, roll-ups, salad, soup, sandwiches, strombolis, dinners. They are just great for dine-in or take-out. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust.
CANEVIN. Go to Allie's Upper Crust, tell her we sent you, and receive a little discount. Now, here we go with the third, and face off to the right of the Bishop CANEVIN goal. Puck sails out of the zone, and they hustle down. Waved off is the icing, and in the third, as the guys Zamboni comes out in the third, give the guys a little break with their legs. As if you've ever played hockey, you know that that's a major time up and down the ice. Some subs coming in. This line change happens, and face off left side. They'll face off on the other side. I'm going to take an audio break, get a drink, and kind of wet my whistle. I'll be right back. Hey, and I'm back. There, I feel a little fresher. And we're in the third, and 4-3 game. Here come the Hounds. Shot blocked, ricochets off left side, and this is an interesting setup as the Hounds trying to break that losing streak where they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, and right now down 1. Hustling down ice, and puck taken by Bishop CANEVIN. Face off. Puck goes deep into the right side and pulls back around. Wilmington trying to hold it in. And they're going to call offsides and face off right outside the zone. Puck goes right side into the corner in the Wilmington zone and then bounces out. Wilmington on the break. Can't pull the trigger. It goes behind the net, tied up at the cage, and we'll have a face-off to the right of the CANEVIN goalie. First penalty of the period on Bishop CANEVIN. Turner Aslam, roughing, 2 minutes. Second penalty of the period, number 21, Evan Sirosky, interference, 2 minutes. And that goal, shot on goal, was blocked. Game's been a wide open affair. Puck shot in. And they'll face off right outside the goal. Battled for and taken by Bishop CANEVIN. Pulled up outside, and here comes Wilmington on the attack. Drifts left side, no way to get a shot off. They tie him up in the corner, and that's the news. Now, while we're at even strength, as this has become quite a contest. face off just outside the blue line. Still 4-3. And there's a tripping going to be called. Unsportsmanlike conduct going to be against Jeffrey Bokar. Misconduct. That's a 10-minute. And that's going to really hurt the Greyhounds. He did a hook slide right under him and brought him down, and that's a real no-no. And when you get 10 minutes in this, that's a hurt, because you're down one, and the penalty kill for 10 minutes, that's a long time. Back across ice it goes, and Wilmington looking to play keep away from CANEVIN. Covering up and knocking the puck away. CANEVIN goalie. Puck gets out, Wilmington chases it down and fires it back down ice, and we have a line change. Here comes Bishop CANEVIN. Inside, shoots, blocked. Wilmington back with the puck. And as we check out, we got a line change. CANEVIN standing tall. Face off goes to CANEVIN as they come down with the puck. Blocked right out in front. And that face-off at center ice, goal coming from Cameron Ropechek at even strength from Chase Evans. And we're in the third, and it's 5-3 CANEVIN. So we'll get that out to you. Wilmington, that 10-minute penalty kill really hurting the Hounds. They had to kill a penalty for 10 minutes, and that'll do it. Face-off will come right outside the zone. Hope you're enjoying hockey on NCTV45. we're going to recap everything that's going on for you here as we get later into the third. Puck taken by CANEVIN. Battle for it mid ice and center ice, then it goes to the right side. This has been a rough, contested affair. And now we'll go to the other end. Here comes Wilmington as they shoot it into the CANEVIN end. Back behind the net, then up against the boards, just on the fringe of our viewing area. And after the line change, we'll get back to some hockey. It's going to face off right outside the blue line. Penalty goes up, and that is Guthrie Broker. Check that. Drake Tomjack roughing, 2-minute minor. They're very spread out on the ice right now. As we get a line change. If you're just joining us, Bishop CANEVIN holding a 7-2 lead. Face-off should be, everybody's drifting on the other side of the blue line. Thought it was going to be outside the blue line. Puck goes around left side. Face off to the left of the goalie. Controlled by, looks like Central Valley and face off to the left of the goalie, right of our camera angle, as we continue to both teams now getting line changes. They're ready for a face-off just outside the blue line. Face-off just outside the blue line. You've got a little over, and I'm trying to check it. 6 minutes. Puck down into the right side. Puck shot down into the right side. It goes around and comes back. We're under a minute in that final period. And some stats. As this is going to be your final. Bishop CANEVIN outlasting the Greyhounds 6-3. And let's take a look. Scoring 1-1 in the first, 3-2 in the second, making it a 4-3 game, and then Bishop CANEVIN scoring 2 in the last period. Power plays, over 3 for Bishop CANEVIN, 3 for 7 for Wilmington. Shots, 33 for Bishop CANEVIN, 30 for Wilmington. Wilmington 18 minutes for penalties, 5 infractions. Bishop CANEVIN 16. Thanks for watching NCTV45 in Newcastle. We're available anytime on your time. And thanks for tuning in to high school hockey.